All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at a really specific forecast just for Aquarius, all about the year 2026. So let's see what the cards and runes have to say. Wow, okay, so right out of the gate, we get this incredibly powerful statement. This isn't some slow buildup. The forecast is saying that as soon as 2026 begins, you are just going to burst onto the scene with this brilliant personal power. So what does that actually look like? Well, the first part of the year is all about this massive surge of energy and confidence. Let's break down exactly what that means for you. I mean, listen to that. Absolute self-confidence. We're not just talking about feeling good about yourself. The reading suggests you're going to feel so powerful that you can literally push past anything or anyone that's trying to get in your way. But here's the thing you got to watch out for. When you shine that brightly, it's going to get noticed. The reading warns that some people might try to provoke you, to test this newfound strength. But the key here is that you're going to have more than enough power to just brush it off. Okay, so after that explosive start, we hit the middle of the year. And this is where things get really interesting. Mid-2026 is shaping up to be this crucial turning point for making some huge, life-changing decisions and actually seeing them come to fruition. The reading lays this whole period out in 3 pretty clear steps. First, you're finally making those tough calls you've maybe been avoiding. Then, you're tackling official documents. And it all leads to what the reading calls grandiose victories. I love that. And this is really all about resolution, about finally putting things to bed. We're talking about situations that have been dragging on forever, like separations or other long disputes. It also highlights a major breakthrough with official paperwork, maybe like citizenship or other really important documents finally coming through. So, you've had the power surge at the beginning, the major decisions in the middle, and after all that intensity, the end of the year brings a totally different vibe. It's a very well-earned sense of peace. See, by this point, you've really established your power and you've cleared out the clutter, so the focus shifts inward. The forecast says you'll be actively protecting your peace and you won't hesitate to remove anyone who disrupts it. You'll just be enjoying your freedom. Of course, no year is perfect, right? So to help you navigate 2026 and all its moving parts, the runes have some very specific, very important advice on what to keep an eye on. And this really sums it all up. The big message here is to be strategic. You're going to have all this power, but the runes are saying don't just waste it. You've got to pick your battles, weigh your options, and really not let other people's drama drain your energy. I think this idea of an incorrect fight is so important. It's basically asking you to stop and think, is this struggle actually going to get me somewhere, or is it just a distraction that's designed to wear me down? Being able to tell the difference is going to be your secret weapon. So here you have it, the 2 big forces at play all year. On one side, you've got this amazing, solid support system from your family, which is going to be key. But on the other side, you've got these constant provocations from the outside world. The advice? Lean on your people and be super careful with your words to avoid making things harder than they need to be. And this might be the most reassuring part of the whole reading. Yes, there are going to be challenges. Yes, people will try to get under your skin. But the forecast is crystal clear. You will absolutely have enough strength to get everything you want done. Which brings us to the very end, the final and honestly the most powerful message in this entire forecast for Aquarius. After all the work, all the victories, it all boils down to this one last prediction. And there it is. I mean, it doesn't get much more direct than that. No, maybe, no, it could happen. The final word for you in 2026 is that your biggest wish will be granted, without a doubt. Just let that sink in. So, the victory is yours. The wish is granted. But the reading leaves you with this one last question to ponder. Knowing your deepest desire is about to become reality, what happens the day after? What new path does that wish set you on? Something to think about.